In this crazy, hectic world we live in, trying to find a real sense of balance can feel, well, pretty much impossible. But what if the key isn't about finding something out there, but about accomplishing something within? Today, we're going to dive into a wellness philosophy with a really unique name and a powerful promise, Swyamsiddha. Okay, let's get into it. So, what's in a name? In this case, pretty much everything. Swyamsiddha literally translates to self-accomplished. It's not about searching for something you've lost, it's about building something new, right inside you. That's a powerful idea, right? That you already hold the key to mastering your own well-being from the inside out. So when you boil it all down, Swayamsiddha is a path toward inner peace and feeling good as a whole person. It's not just about, doing some exercise over here and meditating over there. It's a unified approach that blends movement and mindfulness to help you actually connect with your deeper self. Now, at the heart of all this is the founder, Kanika Gupta. And get this, her background is super interesting. She spent over a decade as a software engineer, all logic, systems, and code, while also dedicating 12 years to her yoga practice. Just think about that combo for a second. The analytical, problem-solving mind of an engineer mixed with the deep, intuitive wisdom of yoga. That unique fusion is what really shapes this entire approach. Okay, so that's the big idea, but what does uniting your body, mind, and soul actually do? Let's get practical and look at the real, tangible benefits this kind of approach can bring to your everyday life. So you're really getting a 1-2 punch of benefits here. On the physical side, we're talking about things like better flexibility, more strength, even a boosted immune system. But the mental benefits are just as huge. We're talking real stress relief, less anxiety, and seriously, a better night's sleep. It's not just about feeling better in your body, it's about finding that calm in your mind. And this is where it really hits home. This is a powerful quote from someone named Neelam. She talks about this anxiety that felt completely overwhelming, but through this practice, it wasn't just managed, it was overcome. She found what she calls true freedom from it. That's a huge shift. Okay, so let's get into the how. How does this all actually work? What are the core principles that make it so effective and, different from all the other wellness programs out there? The whole approach is basically built on these 5 key pillars. First up is tradition, so it's grounded in the authentic roots of yoga, not just the latest trend. Then you've got connection. This means tailoring the practice to you personally, because one size fits all just doesn't work. Third is holistic wellness, which means the practice doesn't end on the mat. It's about weaving it into your whole life. And this is all held up by community, creating a space that feels super welcoming and inclusive. And finally, sustainability, making sure the practices are mindful of our planet. Together, these things create a really solid foundation. So this is the crucial part, right? Because principles are great, but what really matters is seeing how they translate into actual life-changing results for real people. It's one thing to talk about a philosophy, but it's another thing to see it in action. Okay, take Ashma's story. A whole year after a back injury, she was still dealing with unbearable pain anytime she worked or stood for too long. But then, after just 2 months of classes, she found incredible relief. She was able to work longer hours and basically get her life back. That's amazing. And then you have Divya's story, which is all about this incredible mental transformation. In just 1 month, she says her anxiety and stress just completely disappeared. And now she feels more balanced and energized every single day. That's an incredibly fast and powerful change. And it's not always just about healing. It's also about discovering joy and creativity. Ishani talks about how much she's loving learning Kathak dance, and she makes a point to say that it's a super welcoming space for adults who are starting from scratch. It's just a great reminder that wellness is also about play and expressing yourself. So, after hearing all these powerful stories, I bet you're probably wondering, okay, how do I begin? Well, the good news is the path to becoming self-accomplished is designed to be really accessible. They've got a few different options, so you can find something that really fits your life. You could dip your toes in with a flexible monthly plan, or maybe you want to dive a little deeper with a 3-month quarterly journey, or you could go all in with a full year dedicated to your growth. It's all about what works for you. And here's the best part. You don't have to just take my word for it, or even the word of all the amazing people we just heard from. You can actually experience the Swayamsiddha difference for yourself. Your first class is always free, which is just a genuine invitation to come and see if this path feels right for you, with no strings attached. And that really brings us to the final thought here. The stories we've heard show that real physical healing, mental peace, and creative joy are all totally within reach. So the only question left to ask is, are you ready to take that first step?